e-bike and now you're wondering what to do next, there's definitely a lot of accessories that we can recommend. And we'll start with this Kali Maya, the 2.0. And we really like this helmet. It's got a lot of ventilation. It's really lightweight. Fox Light. This is our most affordable helmet that we have in the shop. This is about $45. It's more of a half shell design. And lastly, we have the Burn. The Burn we've also carried from day one, and they're well known in the industry, also in the skate scene and the snowboard scene, and they make really stylish, good-looking helmets. So those are a few helmet options, and now we'll move on to some of our toe peak accessories. This is the MTX rear rack, and it holds up to 26 kilos, almost 50 pounds. The cool thing about this particular rack is their what's called the MTX, the track. Slide it forward, and it clicks right in. So this is really nice because it's very easy to install and remove your luggage. If you're going to the grocery store and you want to lock up the bike, and you don't want to leave all your valuables in here, you can slide this off, take it with you, and it's really nifty. So there's a few different versions of MTX trunk bags. This one's the EXP. And the cool thing about the EXP is it actually has expandable side saddles, the left and on the right side. So there's actually a ton of capability here for storing all of your stuff. Compartments are quite large on both sides. And of course, slide it right into the rail system, like that. And there's little straps on the bottom. You can hook it into the frame. And that's really a lot of storage and a lot of convenience. Now we're going to talk about some of the contact point accessories on e-bikes that can really improve your overall riding experience. So this is grips, saddles, and pedals. So first we have grips here. Our main lineup that we recommend is Aragon. They make a lot of good contact point accessories. And this will basically relieve a lot of pressure from your hands when you're riding by giving you a ergonomic surface to rest your palm on. Especially good for longer distances. And these are more kind of city, urban style grips. They also have more off-road style that are effective in giving you more comfort when you're riding off-road as well. And then the next contact point is the saddles. So we have three different brands. This is the Selly Royal. Here's a Cloud9. Super comfortable, basically sitting on a couch there. Aragon up in the corner, and another one of the gel saddles next to it. Along with upgrading your saddle, if you've got a street bike, an urban bike, even a hardtail mountain bike, this thing is awesome. It's basically like adding suspension to your seat post, and it works really well. There's a few different of these types of seat posts out on the market, and we have found that this is the most effective in doing its job of increasing your saddle comfort. Super important, especially for nighttime riding. We carry the Cat Eye lineup, USB rechargeable lights, and they come in different intensities. They're quite bright. I can turn on the tail light here, and there's different modes that make it super visible for people behind you to see where you're at. So these are all Cat Eye, and we do have options for integrated lighting. This is for folks who have certain bikes with hookups for integrated lights, such as Bosch, Yamaha, and even the Transx system. So Lezyne makes a 500 lumen integrated headlight, and we also have this light in motion tuck tail light. And so for those of you who aren't familiar, integrated lights means that it hooks up to your existing system and will feed off of the main power pack, so you never have to recharge these. They're wired in just like your headlights and taillights on your car. So this is a really cool option, but it's oftentimes a bit more expensive due to the labor for installation. And now we'll move on to the side view mirrors. These are good for seeing traffic behind you. You have your cell phone mount, so you can watch YouTube while you're riding. Why does this exist? This is really unsafe. No, it's good for
music.
Maps, music, texting. So there's that guy. Multi-tool, lifesaver when you're on the road. Crank Brothers, Bursman, these are all good. Do a quick little tighten up of the bolts, things like that. Pump, if you happen to get a puncture, we do have several preventative ways to minimize punctures while you're riding, but if it does happen, can't beat having a portable pump with you on the road, just so you can at least top it off to kind of get to your next destination. Toe peak again. Forgot we even had these. This is the Volt 1600 if you want to blind oncoming traffic. Yeah, these are cool. It's, I mean, super high powered, USB rechargeable. Looks like a car headlight basically. And if you want to just illuminate the whole road ahead of you, this is a good option.
Go ahead.
All right, so now we're gonna go over some lock options, and locks are a super important accessory for your e-bike. There's nothing worse than a brand new e-bike potentially getting stolen or tampered with. So one option here is the Kryptonite chain lock. This is rated at 8 out of 10 on the security level. And with Kryptonite, you can also do their insurance. So if you purchase this lock, you can actually get coverage of up to $3,000 if you register your bike with this lock. That's a huge benefit. And in general, the Kryptonite chain locks, especially the higher grade, the higher strength, is very reliable. They're hard to cut through. You need to use power tools. The next option is probably something that a lot of you are already familiar with, is the standard U-lock. And this is the Kryptonite Gold Standard, the New York lock. It's got a 9 out of 10 rating. It can be insured. You can insure your bike for up to $4,000. And the yellow color on this is really recognizable for thieves. They know that this is the New York lock. So the third option is the Ibis Bordeaux. This has been quite popular over the years, mainly due to its form factor. It can fold up really small and compact. And once it's unfolded, it kind of becomes a big horseshoe. And so the main advantage here is portability. It's really sleek. It can mount right onto your frame. And this one's especially cool because it has an alarm built in. So if somebody tampers with your bike while this is locked up, then the alarm will start to go off, and it's really loud. It's gone off in the shop before, and it will definitely attract attention and deter thieves from going after your bike. This one has a security level of 10 out of 15, which is pretty decent, but the alarm is really the cherry on top. So that about sums it up for the accessories. We hope that we've given you some ideas for what you can do.
Can you move?
Forgot about the Canis armor. Almost forgot about this. This is the, for those of you that made it all the way through the end of this video.
Props to you.
This is really cool. It's an awesome way to prevent flats. It,
No, you don't need to buy that.
Canis armor, it's really cool. It goes between your tube and the tire, and it creates this foam layer in between where you can get thorns, punctures, all that type of stuff. And it just goes into the foam layer and doesn't reach the tube. You have to use a smaller size tube than you normally would. And we have another video about this. We'll link it in the description. It's been super effective and highly recommended for anybody who is going to be out and about and doesn't want to have to worry about flats. It's a Canis armor. So that about sums it up with the recommended accessories. We hope we've given you some ideas about how you can outfit and accessorize your very own e-bike. Any questions or comments, just let us know, and we'll see you in the next video.
And here we have the wild bike technician in his natural habitat. Oh, he speaks. He spotted us. Oh, fuck!